This is a quick video to review the conversion Excel sheet you guys did last week. But to start that, I want to share the major assignment that hopefully you guys have already started looking at and are complete or mostly complete with. This is the major assignment. You'll notice your requirements and the points they're worth. This comes out to be 120 points because it's scaled. You'll notice that of your conversion section, there were 72 points. That's a big chunk. And if this is worth 120 points, it's worth 12% of your overall grade, meaning a 0 here is a whole letter grade. So I wanted to mention that. And you'll notice if we go to the conversion page, you'll notice it's very similar to the one you guys just did. And we're going to walk through that to make sure what you guys have done is correct. You'll notice a few of my comments, and hopefully you guys are looking at those in the participation to see what you did correct and what you did incorrect. Now, let's look at the assignment. So first, I just downloaded it. So let me lower this because that's way too big for me. And then I'm not going to read through everything. You guys can read through. The big emphasis I want to say is if you do this in the wrong order, D12 divided by A12 should not equal A12 divided by D12. Okay. Follow your legend. If it's blue, you're just putting in words. If it's green, you just put in a number. And if it's gold, you do a formula, meaning equals, and you use cell references. We're converting from milligrams per hour to grams per day. So if I'm doing that, I'm saying, okay, I have milligrams per hour, HR, and I'm going to multiply that times something. Well, my first thought is I want to get rid of the milligrams. That's just me. You could do this in the other order, but I'm going to do milligrams first. So I have milligrams up top. That means I want what it's going to on top. And I want the milligrams on the bottom. Now I have grams per hour, but I want it to be grams per day. So I need to convert from hours to days. Hours are on the bottom. That means I want hours on the top. So hours over day. This should equal grams per day. Now I'm set up, put all these in, I'm ready. Let's plug them in. So this should be grams per milligram. And this should be hours per day. And then this should be grams per day. Again, I just filled out what I used this space for. I would have actually written this on pencil and paper, but you guys couldn't see that. Then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to immediately start with an equal because it's a gold cell, which means I must need a formula. I've already set up that it should be grams over milligrams, so let's just see if I can do that. Oop, there we go. In 16, I have 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. So that's 1 gram divided by this cell. So I'm basically using the conversion. I'm not plugging in numbers. Numbers would be the incorrect solution. Hit enter, and I have my value. Now I want hours to days. Again, I start with the equal sign. Go up, there we go. I have hours up top, so that's here, divided by days. Hit enter, there we go. And then the last formula in this particular one is, again, starts with equal, and I'm just multiplying this times this times this, hit enter, and there we go. If I've done this right, I can just change one of them and it will, this value here, and it'll change this. So say I now find out that I really have 7.5 grams. And it changes it. Back. And we have a success. Now, these conversion factors aren't going to change, but there are times that conversion factors change. I realize you don't think about it, but a kilogram changed 2 years ago. It doesn't weigh the same as a kilogram from 5 years ago. That's something interesting. I'm not going to get into the science behind it. Sometimes our conversion factors change. So in this case, this is the current one, but if we had the old one, it would be very similar. It changes a little bit back here. I could then fix this. If I was using an older template, I could use this and it would fix the whole thing. That's why we like Excel for this. All right, so again, I'm converting square meters per liter to square feet per gallon. I have meters squared divided by liter, and I want to go to feet squared per gallon. So I'm going to start with my liter and say, well, okay, let's change that. That means I would have a liter up top. So liters up top. And I'm going to divide by, I want it to be gallons, so I want it to be gallons. There we go. Move over. And then here, I have meters squared to feet squared. So I look, because I can only use this table for my conversions. Nowhere in here do I have feet squared or meters squared. But I do have feet to meters. So I can do that. I just need to do it twice. So that's what I'll do. Again, meters are up top, so I want them down below. So I'm going to say feet divided by meters. Multiply feet divided by meters. And then this will equal feet squared divided by gallons. So everything's up there. At this point, from here to here, I have meters squared per gallon. And then from here to here, I have meters feet per gallon. And then from here to here, I have feet squared to gallon, which is our final answer. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these in. This one I said would be liters over gallons. And then feet over meter, feet over meter, and my final feet squared over gallons. All right, so then I just need to use this and plug in my values. So here I say equals, go up, see where the conversion is from liters to gallons. I have liters to fluid ounces, liters to gallons. I had liters up top, so it's this one divided by this one. And then down, I do this. This is feet per meter. So I have feet per meter. And I'm just going to duplicate that and do it again here. So equals feet per meter. This will work as kind of a check. What do you have? Do you have the same result? If you do not, then you'll want to check your result and see where the mistake was made and correct it. Even if you're not turning it in, it's a good idea to correct old assignments so you learn where the mistake was made and how not to make it again. And there we have it. Now in these, you'll notice at no point does it say what we're supposed to format it as. So we just leave them like this. But if it had given us something to say format to 2 decimal places, we would use this up here and we would bring it to 2 decimal places or 3 or whatever's required. Formatting is a big deal. It's worth a lot of points on the major assignment, so make sure you're watching out for that. I hope this helps you guys successfully complete this, and hopefully it'll even give you more tips to help you on the major assignment.